Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Well, look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code 30 at checkout for 5% off. The link for their website will be right at the top of the description. What's going on, guys? Today we have the highly requested wide receiver tier list updated. I believe the last update was around, I think it was 1.5 or 2 months ago. All I know, it has been a while. This video is definitely overdue. Same with the cornerback tier list and same with the safety tier list. Those two are coming as well. But receiver has been probably the most highly requested one since I dropped the quarterback tier list updated. But yeah, before we hop into it, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. So that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We post daily Madden 21 content. And also, do not forget to hit that like button, and also leave a link for my Twitch channel down in the description. I'm recording this on Wednesday. I'm recording this on Tuesday. Yeah, so this video is coming out on Wednesday. So yes, I will be live tonight on Twitch. Yeah, it's very unfortunate there's no wild card Wednesday cards today, but I will be live tonight on Twitch. So if you haven't come through the Twitch streams yet, I recommend you do. Like I said earlier, link down in the description. All right, so here is the tier list that we made a month ago. And as you can tell, I mean, we have Calico, Cook, Samari Cooper, Reggie Wayne, Tyreek Hill at S tier. And I mean, the wide receiver landscape, I think, has changed the most. We've gotten so many new wide receivers. I mean, so here's the new tier list. I have updated it. I've also cut down a lot of people. I've also already thrown some guys on the list. Like, as you can see, like the new team builder receivers, I already kind of put them on the list. I don't really think it's worth spending time even going over those cards, to be honest. But yeah, Slayton's on here, Gallup, Deontay Johnson, and Chark, and we got Alan Lazard down here as well. Another card that wasn't on the last tier list, but we're not even gonna try to cover him today. But Lazard's actually not bad, 6'5", decent speed. But yeah, so here's the new tier list. We have no one at S tier right now, but at A tier we do still have Calico. At B tier we got Andre Johnson, with Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Reggie Wayne, Amari Cooper, Brandon Cooks, and yeah, so yeah, let's just hop into it. The first card we're looking at today is going to be Steve Smith. This is 92 overall Steve Smith with 90 speed, 91 jumping, 90 catching, 91 catching traffic, 89 spec catch, 90 short, 88 mid, and 89 deep route running. So Steve Smith, yes, he is 5'9", doesn't have elite speed either. If you power him up, does hit the deep route running threshold, or if you just run chems, you can also do it that way as well. So Steve Smith, he's not the best. I'm not gonna say this guy is a top, I don't even think he's a top 5 receiver right now, because of that speed and because of his height. He's actually pretty decent after the catch though. But Steve Smith, I'm gonna have to put Steve Smith at A tier, but he is high A tier. I think he's high A tier, low S tier. It would be easier for me just to put this card at S tier, and I probably wouldn't get, no one would probably really blink an eye at it, or whatever the expression is. I'm not too sure what it is. But yeah, Steve Smith, I'm gonna put him at A tier. I'm putting him at A tier because of the height and the speed. All right, so next up we got 92 overall Scary Terry, and I mean, you see the speed at 93. Good spec catch, and also can hit all 3 route running thresholds without even needing to be powered up. And once this card is powered up, I mean, just amazing speed, can do it all. Also pretty decent after the catch. And also he's 6 foot as well. I mean, all I'm gonna say is Scary Terry, in my opinion. I think he's in the talks for #1 receiver in MUT right now. If he's not your #1, he's got to be in your top 3 somewhere. And if he's not, you're clearly just delusional. Because Scary Terry, I mean, one of the fastest cards in the game, and also being able to hit all 3 route running thresholds, just makes Scary Terry super deadly. All right, now we got 92 overall limited DeAndre Hopkins with 90 speed, 94 jumping, with 89 short, 88 mid, and 87 deep route running. So even when the card is powered up, you kind of have to choose if you want to hit that mid route running threshold, or if you want to hit that deep route running threshold, based on what chemistries you want to run on this card. So for that reason, I think if DeAndre Hopkins was able to hit that mid route running threshold, because honestly he probably should have, especially being a limited time card, they probably I feel like EA should have gave him the ability to hit all 3. And also the speed's a little bit low on this card. Actually a very good card because of the catching and the jumping, and the catching traffic and stuff like that. Not even that good after the catch either. So for that reason, I do like DeAndre Hopkins in real life. Great player. Just in MUT, they always find a way to do Hopkins dirty. So I have to put DeAndre Hopkins at A tier. I do like him better. This might be controversial as well, but I do like him better than Calico, because of the route running thresholds that he can hit. At least he's able to hit 2. Calico, yes, he's fast. Yes, he's 6'4", but he only can hit that deep route running threshold. Anywhere else on the field, he's kind of irrelevant. All right, next up we got 92 overall Julio Jones. And this Julio Jones card is basically just a much, I mean, I'm not going to say he's that. I mean, yeah, no, he is much better. He's a much better DeAndre Hopkins, not only because of the archetype, but also because of these stats. When the card is powered up, He can hit all 3 route running thresholds with go deep on him. So only 1 chemistry is needed. You don't need to like pick if you want to go mid route running, if you want to go deep route running like you had to do on DeAndre Hopkins. Julio has, I mean, like I said, better archetype, better speed, and Julio's also 6'3". The jumping, the athleticism, Julio Jones, and the card breaks tackles as well. I mean, I don't even know what his 88 break tackle. No cornerback in the game is tackling Julio by himself. I'm telling you that right now. Julio Jones should have been the card that most of you guys picked for your free NAT 50 player. But yeah, for sure, Julio Jones is S tier. Is he better than Scary Terry? I don't think so. But just know Julio Jones is... this card's a problem, man. You hate to face this guy. You throw route tech on him, and he's just unstoppable, man. All right, next up is one of my favorite cards in MUT, and that's 92 Limited or Redux, Stefon Diggs. 91 speed, good spec catch. But the main thing with this card is that he's a route running archetype and hits all 3 route running thresholds. So great abilities. And even when the card is not powered up, you still do hit all 3 thresholds. So he's kind of like a slightly slower route running archetype Scary Terry. That's my best comparison. It might be kind of a stretch me comparing those 2 cards, but he's kind of just like a slower route running archetype Scary Terry. Actually, that's not too much of a stretch, to be honest. But Stefon Diggs, just know this card is amazing. I mean, as far as after the catch as well, 92 juke move, 88 COD. Stefon Diggs, one of the best wide receivers in MUT. I think I have to put him underneath Julio though, only because Stefon Diggs isn't like 6'3" or anything crazy like that. That's the main reason why I put Stefon Diggs behind Julio. But just know Stefon Diggs is just absolutely ridiculous, man. Card's amazing. If you can get your hands on this card, I recommend you go and do it because, man, he's definitely the real deal. All right, next up is 91 Vincent Jackson, and this is a card I really just don't like. I thought he was going to be really, really good, but after I used him for probably like a week, I realized that he was just terrible, man. 6'5", under 90 speed, doesn't hit a single route running threshold even when powered up, so you kind of have to pick using chemistries which threshold you want to hit. And the speed, I mean, as far as being like, I mean, he's 6'5", good jumping. Not even really the spec catch you'd expect on this card, to be honest. So for that reason, Vincent Jackson, this one might be controversial, but I'm gonna put him B tier, man. Like, he's like a mid B tier player. Yeah, honestly, I'm taking, yeah, he's like, dude, he's like here, honestly. He's literally low B tier. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe I'd play around him over, maybe I'd take him over Brandon Cooks, but I don't know, like, Amari Cooper, all these cards at B tier are also very good. I feel like the wide receiver position is very deep. I mean, as you see, we have 90s at D tier. So I mean, yeah, the wide receiver position is super deep right now. So that's kind of why Vincent Jackson is where he is. All right, next up we got 91 Tyler Lockett with 92 speed, 92 catching, which is actually very good for these fast, deep threat, small receivers. 92 catching is very high. I'll tell you that right now. With 86 short, 87 mid, and 89 deep route running. So powered up, does hit deep route running, and then using chems, I think you're able to hit short and mid route running thresholds using 1 chem, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but Tyler Lockett, where I rate this card actually might surprise you, but this card is not the best route runner, don't get me wrong. But the reason why I like Tyler Lockett so much is because of the speed, and you see the 94 agility, so super agile, but that 92 COD, 94 juke move, with an 85 break tackle. Tyler Lockett, I think he's the best receiver after the catch. He's just so, I mean, if you have not used Tyler Lockett, the card feels like he has human joystick at all times. So for that reason, I'm gonna put Tyler Lockett at S tier because I do think, I think he's one of the best deep threat receivers in MUT right now. And after the catch, if he didn't have the good after the catch stats, yes, he'd probably be A tier somewhere. But because he has the after the catch stats, I had to put him at S tier, man. The card is absolutely ridiculous, man. Tyler Lockett, a card no one really talks about, but he's super, super good. All right, next up, we got 91 overall, limited or redux, AJ Green with 89 speed, 93 jumping, 93 catching, 91 catching traffic, 92 spec catch, 89 short, 87 mid, and 86 deep route running. And the card is 6'5". But this card, I used him, and at the time of me using him, he was super good, but he did phase out very fast. This card is nothing but a shorter Vincent Jackson. I mean, I love AJ Green, man. It hurts me to do this, but yeah, AJ Green. I do like him better than Vincent Jackson. But yeah, he's somewhere in B tier, man. I'll put him right next to Vincent. Yeah, I mean, they're basically the same card. I'm gonna put him right next to Vincent Jackson. But yeah, it definitely does pay me to do that, though, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I mean, if you do power up AJ Green, though, does hit the short route running threshold, and with go deep, able to hit that deep route running threshold. Actually, that's why he's above Vincent Jackson. All right, so next up, we have your favorite TikToker, Chase Claypool, 91 overall with 92 speed, 92, 93 jumping, sorry. 92 catch in traffic, 92 spec catch, 88 short, 87 mid, and 90 deep route running. And the card is 6'4". A card who's 6'4", with that speed, with that deep route running. It's hard to find. He's very similar to Calico. After the catch, the card is not that good. I'll tell you that right now. The one thing I noticed with Claypool is, like, I used to run him on the beater, as you know. But the main problem I would have with Claypool is him turning upfield. With 74 COD, the card just felt very, very clunky. But that I'm not gonna deduct many points for that reason. But Claypool, I do think he's still A tier. I do like him more than Calico, or I kind of like him the same as Calico. So I'm gonna put him right next to Tyrone Calico. And I am kind of noticing we do have a lot of team of the week receivers towards the top of this list. But yeah, Chase Claypool, great card. The size, the speed, the deep route running makes him one of the best deep threat receivers in the game. Without question. For sure, Claypool, A tier. All right, next up, we got 90 overall, most feared, scary sharp, Adam Thielen. And as you can see, this card has his holes, man. 88 speed, not even the best jumping. Does hit the short routing threshold when powered up. But having 84 deep route running, for me, it kills the card. I mean, this card is limited to the slot, so kind of limits what you can do with the card. And also, he is not the slot archetype, so can't really get slot-o-matic either. Which would be the ideal ability on this card, I feel like. I'm not sure why he's not a slot archetype, but still can get route tech for 2 AP. And this card's actually still fairly expensive because he's needed for a set for either Russell Wilson or Palomalu. So because of the price and the speed and the deep route running, yeah, I think Thielen, like, I'm taking Thielen somewhere in here, man. Yeah, I think Thielen's there. I'm gonna be honest, Thielen might be the lowest card that we rate today. All right, next up, we got 90 overall, player of the week, Odell Beckham Jr. with 91 speed, 92 jumping, 84 catching, which you can definitely feel on this card, with 85 catch in traffic, 92 spec catch, which somehow his spec catch is better than his normal catching, which is kind of crazy. But 89 short, 87 mid, and 86 deep route running. So powered up, hit short route running threshold, would go deep, will hit the deep route running threshold. But not a bad card. I feel like when this card came out, he was definitely before his time. Good COD, good juke move. Odell Beckham, he's kind of just a slower version of Tyler Lockett. They're both amazing after the catch, as we get a Twitch follow while we're recording this video here. But yeah, Odell Beckham, he's basically just a slower version of Tyler Lockett. But I'm still going to put Odell at A tier. I would say Odell is low A tier, high B tier, but we're going to put him at A tier. All right, so now we got 89 overall DK Metcalf, and these stats you see right here are far from what DK can actually become. Not only can this card be powered up, you're also able to put the team of the week upgrade on this card. But he's got 92 speed, 92 jumping, 87 catching traffic, 84 catching, 88 spec catch, 86 short, and 86 deep routing with 83 mid route running. So in my opinion, DK Metcalf is the best deep threat receiver in the game right now. The fact he's 6'3", and the speeds and the acceleration that this card can achieve, also the animations that this card has, being a physical receiver. DK Metcalf, just know these stats are far from what he can actually be. I believe my DK Metcalf has like 96 speed or something like that, which is just crazy on a 6'3" DK Metcalf card. So DK, I think, like I said, he's the best deep threat receiver in MUT right now. So for that reason, I'm putting DK at S tier. Just love this DK card so much. And if you haven't tried him yet, I recommend you do. This card is absolutely insane, man. All right, next up, we have standout Calvin Ridley with 91 speed, 84 short, 85 mid, and 88 deep routing. So this card's actually not bad. Being 6'1", has decent height. But I feel like this card dropping with DK Metcalf, this card really didn't get a chance to prove to anyone that he was good. But this card's actually not bad. I'm not saying he's as good as DK, but this card is not bad at all. I'm looking at these stats. How is he after the catch? So 88 COD, 89 juke move, actually pretty good after the catch. But Calvin Ridley, yeah, I'm gonna put him. I'll put him B tier just because of the speed. I like the speed on this card. I like the deep route running. Actually, no, I'm not gonna put him. I'm not gonna put him at B. I think he's basically Darius Slayton. This card's literally I think he's a slower version of. I mean, no. If you power them up, they'll have the same speed. But yeah, I'm gonna put him at C tier next to Darius Slayton. They're both super similar cards. Basically mirror images of each other, if I'm being honest. So C tier for Calvin Ridley. That one might be a little bit controversial, but yeah, I feel like that's where he belongs, if I'm being honest. All right, so I'm sure if you saw where I had Davante Adams ranked, you probably already commented something saying, "Oh, Davante Adams, he's so good." But I'm looking at this route running, and yeah, this card's very good. The one problem I have with this card is the speed. I mean, I just wish he was a little bit faster. I feel like they kind of do him dirty with the speed. If this guy had like 91 speed or something like that, I'm sure if you have like I'm sure if you have like physical chems on him and maybe on a Packers team, Davante Adams is probably the best receiver in MUT right now, because I believe this is the highest base short route running that I've seen like this year. Like 93 short route running and ridiculous. Hits the mid route running threshold as well. Also can get route tech, I believe, for 2 AP. So with go deep, we'll hit the deep route running threshold as well. So chemmed up correctly. Yes, Davante Adams is amazing. But I do love the short and mid route running, and also the fact that he can get route tech. I really actually like this card a lot. So yeah, I may have had Davante Adams at B tier, but I'm actually going to go ahead and move him up here to A tier where he belongs. Just know it's not the 89 Davante Adams why I'm putting him up here. I'm putting him up here because of all of his team of the week upgrades and stuff like that. Actually a very good card. So I'm sure if you had a problem with where I had Davante Adams ranked, you already probably commented about it, but yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and move him up to A tier. All right, so next up we have the first of our 2 budget team of the week wide receivers, and that is Justin Jefferson. 90 speed, 88 jumping. And yes, the route running stats, they don't look good. I understand the route running isn't too good on this card, but just know he is the slot archetype wide receiver, which means he's able to get slot-o-matic and route tech for 2 AP. So for you budget or no money spent teams, all you have to do for this card is throw either route tech or slot-o-matic on him, and he's going to play like these A to S tier players. I used this card for a while. People kept saying, why do you have 88 Justin Jefferson? But this card with route tech or slot-o-matic, he feels like a top tier receiver in this game, because he also has pretty good size as well. Also pretty decent after the catch. And I mean, for the price, it's hard to find better than Justin Jefferson. But yeah, J Jeff, I can't put him at A tier, but I will put him at low B tier. I feel like actually I probably, dude, honestly, I like him more than like Vincent Jackson and AJ Green. But if I was able to base every card off of off of abilities and stuff like that, this list would look a whole lot different, because it's obviously it's mostly based on stats. So I will put Justin Jefferson low B tier, probably before Brandon Cooks, if I'm being honest. All right, next up we have the better of the 2 budget team of the week wide receivers, and that's Jeudy. He came out today. I mean, for the people watching this, he came out yesterday. But this card, I think running him and Justin Jefferson on the same team, if you are a budget or no money spent player, it's a big W, man. I'll tell you that right now. Better speed than J Jeff. They are the same height, and also has better route running than Justin Jefferson. So if it comes down to, should I put my route tech on Jeudy or should I put it on Justin Jefferson? If you do have that choice, I would put it on Jefferson, because Jeudy does have the better speed and the better route running as well. But this card, man, I haven't used him. I haven't used him yet, but I've used his 84 for honestly longer than I should have. And for you budget and no money spent teams, I'm so excited for you guys that EA gave you this card, because this card is a huge W. So I do like Jeudy more than Jefferson, so for that reason, I will put him before him. But yeah, I mean, yeah, and also like chemmed up, bro, like he does hit the deep route running threshold. So actually, I'm gonna put him before AJ Green and Vincent Jackson, because if you have go deep, he's hitting that deep route running threshold, and if you have a chem that boosts short route running, he's hitting the short route running threshold. So Jeudy, yeah, actually, I didn't realize how good this card was chemmed up. I'm just kind of noticing that now, but yeah, Jeudy, a big W for the budget or no money spent teams. All right, next up we got 85 Henry Ruggs with a 93 speed. Not the best route runner, but the reason why you like this card so much is because of the speed, the jumping, and the acceleration as well. So yeah, Henry Ruggs, I mean, just kind of a deep threat guy. Against man coverage, probably won't get that much separation unless there's a big speed differential. But yeah, Henry Ruggs, a good budget card. One of the better deep threat budget receivers. I'm gonna put him at C tier though. I do like Slayton more than Henry Ruggs, mainly because of the deep route running. And most people do run man coverage, so you kind of need that good deep route running to kind of help you get separation. So I am gonna I'll put Ruggs down here next to Fuller, but just know Ruggs, for his price, having that speed at the price he's going for is a big W. All right, next up we have 6'8 Harold Carmichael. I'm telling you right now, this card looks a whole lot better on paper. With 90 speed, 91 short, 87 mid, and 89 deep routing. So powered up, can hit 2 routing thresholds, and with chems can potentially hit all 3. But when I saw this card, I thought he was going to be a top 5 receiver in MUT. But after using him, this card just feels sluggish. I'm not sure if it's the COD or what the problem with the card is. If this was Madden 20, I would say Harold Carmichael is probably the best receiver in the game, because the way you were able to moss people last year, having a 6'8 receiver with this speed and this route running, obviously would have been super glitchy. But I mean, just 6'8" and throwing jump balls in Madden 21, it doesn't hit the same as it did in Madden 20. So Carmichael, still a great receiver. I feel like I may have kind of toned him down too much, but he's still A tier. Still a super good card. Just not as good as I thought he was gonna be. I'm gonna put him probably, yeah, I'll throw him like he's high A tier, but just not as good as I thought that he really could have been, if I'm being honest. All right, next up we got 92 overall Cooper Kupp, limited time card. I actually did use this card, and I feel like if he wasn't a limited time card, he would actually get some play on some people's teams. Because his price is so high, yes, this card is not worth going to get. But the route running stats actually aren't bad. I mean, the speed's not good at all, but the height and his archetype's actually pretty good. I feel like if this card wasn't limited time, he'd actually be a pretty good budget option, because he probably would be like 150, 120k in that range, probably around there, as we get a follow on Twitch while we're recording this video here. But yeah, let's head over to the tier list. But Cooper Kupp, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna put him C tier. I do like him better than these C tier cards, but I'm gonna put him at B tier. I'll put him next to Amari Cooper. He's kind of just like Amari Cooper. Very, very similar to Amari Cooper. That's probably what I would say. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's tier list. I mean, I kind of like how this tier list turned out, man. I feel like we this is definitely much needed. There were a whole bunch of new receivers that were added into the game that I have not gone over yet. But yeah, S tier we got Scary Terry, Julio Jones, Stefon Diggs, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. A tier we got Steve Smith, Carmichael, DeAndre Hopkins, Claypool, Adams, Calico, Odell. B tier we got Andre Johnson, Tyreek Hill, Reggie Wayne, Amari Cooper, Cooper Kupp, Jerry Jeudy, AJ Green, Vincent Jackson, Jay Jeff, and Brandon Cook. C tier we got Golden Tate, Darius Slayton, Calvin Ridley, Robert Woods, Henry Ruggs, Will Fuller, Gallup. I'm gonna take a deep breath here. I'm reading these names too fast. Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen, Marvin Harrison, DJ Chark, Alan Lazard, Jerry Rice at the end there. Actually, I mean, those last three receivers actually cut off, but it is Chark, Lazard, and Jerry Rice. And at D tier, we got Keenan Allen, Cortland Sutton, Julian Edelman, and Michael Thomas to another list right there. Michael Thomas should be getting an upgrade soon, as well as McCaffrey, as well as Mahomes. All those cards are due. We're just kind of waiting for those cards to get some love, but yeah, if you are new, you hit that subscribe button and turn notifications. And if I did miss anyone down in the comment section, let me know. And also, if you are still watching the video, comment the nerd emoji, like the guy with the glasses and the buck teeth. Comment that emoji down in the comment section. And if the video helped you out, be sure to hit that like button. And as always, I'll see you boys in the next one.